North Korea has once again made headlines with its latest missile test. The Hwasong-19 intercontinental ballistic missile soared high above the Earth. North Korean state media wasted no time in declaring it the world's strongest missile. This claim, however, has been met with skepticism from experts around the world.
While the Hwasong-19 undoubtedly represents a technological achievement for North Korea, its true capabilities and strategic value remain uncertain.
The Hwasong-19's size is one of the first things that has raised eyebrows among analysts. The missile is significantly larger than its predecessors and even surpasses the size of many ICBMs deployed by other nuclear-armed states. This massive size has led some experts to question its practicality as a weapon of war.
North Korea's history of exaggerating its military capabilities further adds to the skepticism surrounding the Hwasong-19. The country has a track record of making bold claims about its weapons programs that later turn out to be false or misleading.
In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the technical aspects of the Hwasong-19, examine the international response to its test, and explore the potential motivations behind North Korea's latest missile launch. The Hwasong-19's sheer size presents a number of challenges. Its enormous length and girth make it difficult to transport and deploy quickly. This lack of mobility makes the missile highly vulnerable to preemptive strikes. In a fast-moving conflict, the Hwasong-19 could easily be destroyed before it even has a chance to launch.
The missile's size also limits its potential hiding places. It is simply too large to be easily concealed in underground bunkers or forests. This makes it easier for enemy intelligence agencies to track its movements and potentially target it for destruction.
Furthermore, the Hwasong-19's size necessitates the use of a massive launch vehicle. This launch vehicle is itself a complex and expensive piece of equipment. It is also a prime target for enemy attack. The logistical challenges of operating and maintaining such a large and unwieldy system should not be underestimated.
The Hwasong-19's size, while intended to project an image of power, may actually be its Achilles heel. Its lack of mobility and ease of detection could make it more of a liability than an asset in a real-world conflict.
Developing an ICBM that can reach the mainland United States is only half the battle. The other half is ensuring that the missile's warhead can survive the intense heat and pressure of re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. This is no easy feat.
When an ICBM re-enters the atmosphere at hypersonic speeds, it experiences extreme friction. This friction generates temperatures hot enough to melt steel. To protect the warhead from this heat, it must be encased in a specially designed re-entry vehicle.
This re-entry vehicle must be incredibly strong and durable. It must also be able to withstand the extreme forces it experiences during re-entry. These forces can be many times greater than the force of gravity. Even a small flaw in the re-entry vehicle's design can cause it to break apart upon re-entry, rendering the warhead useless.
There is no evidence to suggest that North Korea has yet mastered this complex technology. Without a reliable re-entry vehicle, the Hwasong-19 may be little more than a very expensive firework.
The Hwasong-19's size is not only a problem in terms of its mobility and survivability, it also makes the missile much easier to detect before it is even launched. Modern surveillance technologies, such as satellites and radar systems, are constantly scanning the globe for signs of missile activity. The Hwasong-19's large size and the massive infrastructure required to support it make it practically impossible to hide from these watchful eyes. The heat signature from the missile's engines during fueling, the movement of personnel and equipment, and even the physical displacement of the ground caused by the missile's weight can all be detected by sophisticated sensors. This early detection gives North Korea's adversaries a significant advantage. It allows them to track the missile's trajectory from the moment of launch. It also gives them more time to prepare their missile defense systems, potentially increasing the chances of intercepting the Hwasong-19 before it can reach its target. In essence, the Hwasong-19's size makes it a sitting duck. Its launch is unlikely to take anyone by surprise, and this predictability could be its undoing. Section 5. A questionable choice of fuel. Another aspect of the Hwasong-19 that has puzzled experts is its apparent use of liquid fuel. While North Korea has been working on solid-fueled missiles, the Hwasong-19 appears to still rely on the older, more volatile liquid-fueled technology.
Liquid-fueled missiles have a number of drawbacks compared to their solid-fueled counterparts. They take much longer to fuel, making them more vulnerable to attack during the launch preparation phase. They are also more complex to handle and transport, requiring specialized equipment and trained personnel.
Solid-fueled missiles, on the other hand, can be stored and launched much more quickly. They are also less prone to accidents and require less maintenance. Given these advantages, it seems counterintuitive that North Korea would choose to use liquid fuel for its latest and most advanced ICBM. One possible explanation is that North Korea has not yet been able to develop solid fuel engines powerful enough to propel a missile the size of the Hwasong-19. Another possibility is that the test launch was intended to gather data on a new type of liquid fuel or engine design. Section 6. International Condemnation. As expected, the Hwasong 19 test launch drew swift condemnation from the international community. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the situation.
The United States, South Korea and Japan issued a joint statement condemning North Korea's actions in the strongest possible terms. The test was seen as a blatant violation of UN Security Council resolutions prohibiting North Korea from developing or testing ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons.
It also further heightened tensions in the region, which were already high due to North Korea's recent military provocations.
The international community is now grappling with how to respond to North Korea's latest act of defiance. Some are calling for even tougher sanctions against the isolated nation. Others are advocating for a diplomatic solution, though the prospects of meaningful dialogue with Pyongyang seem slim at present.
The test has certainly added a new layer of complexity to an already delicate situation. The world watches and waits to see what steps will be taken next.
Section 7. A show of force. In response to the Hwasong 19 test, the United States and South Korea conducted joint military exercises in the region. These exercises involved advanced fighter jets, warships, and thousands of troops. They were intended to send a clear message of deterrence to North Korea. The drills included simulations of airstrikes on North Korean missile launch sites and other key military targets. They also showcased the close coordination and interoperability between the US and South Korean militaries.
While the exercises were planned well in advance of the Hwasong 19 test, their timing took on added significance in light of North Korea's latest provocation. They served as a reminder that the US and its allies are prepared to defend themselves and their interests in the region.
Section 8. The Russian Connection. The timing of the Hwasong 19 test, coming just weeks after a high-level meeting between Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, has raised suspicions about a possible deepening of ties between North Korea and Russia. The two countries have seen their relations warm in recent years, particularly in the aftermath of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. While the exact nature of the cooperation between the two countries remains unclear, the possibility of a closer North Korea-Russia alliance is a worrying development for the international community. It could have significant implications for regional and global security. There are concerns that Russia may be seeking to acquire weapons and ammunition from North Korea to support its war effort in Ukraine. In return, North Korea could be seeking financial assistance, advanced military technology, or diplomatic cover from Russia. Section 9. A dangerous game. North Korea's continued pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles is a dangerous game. It risks provoking a regional arms race and increases the chances of miscalculation or accidental conflict. The country's unpredictable behavior and bellicose rhetoric only heighten these dangers.
The international community has a responsibility to prevent North Korea from acquiring a viable nuclear arsenal. This will require continued pressure through sanctions and diplomacy. It will also require close coordination and cooperation among key regional actors, including the United States, South Korea, Japan, and China.
The stakes are high and the situation remains volatile. The world is watching closely to see what North Korea's next move will be. Section 10. An uncertain future. The Hwasong 19 test launch is a stark reminder of the challenges posed by North Korea's nuclear ambitions. While the missile's true capabilities remain to be seen, its development is a worrying sign of North Korea's determination to advance its weapons programs. The international community faces a difficult task in trying to deter North Korea from further provocations. The path ahead is uncertain, and the risks are high. Dialogue and diplomacy remain the best hope for a peaceful resolution, but time may be running out. The world must now grapple with the consequences of North Korea's actions and work to prevent a dangerous escalation of tensions on the Korean peninsula. The future of peace and stability in the region may depend on it.